recruiting duty is different from, I mean, you don't come on to recruiting duty typically until you're a sergeant, right? And as a sergeant, you are very, very informed on what your job is in the Marine Corps, right? Most, in a lot of situations, not all, you're almost at the top of your game, right? At that point in your career, you're confident. You got these Marines under your charge. You're advising them. You're delegating to them. You're just making shit happen. And then they pluck you out of your MOS and throw you on the streets to recruiting duty. And if you don't know, recruiting duty is a special duty assignment, and you're out there for 3 years. Anybody can forget their job in 3 years, and then they take you back to the fleet. And you've probably been promoted. Now your staffs aren't. And now you're supposed to lead these Marines, conduct this office or this work section appropriately, but you don't even remember how to do your job. The sergeant knows more than you do. Have you ever experienced anything like that, Ant?
Oh man, absolutely. Just like you said, freaking when I went to recruiting duty, you know, I was kind of like a senior sergeant. I was out there, I think, for almost a year before I got promoted to staff sergeant. And then, like you said, it was, you know, staff sergeant for about, you know, a year and a half, almost 2 years before I went back to the fleet. And boom, come to the fleet, come into a position that I've never been in. I went from being, you know, a training chief to now I'm the operations chief. I'm the staff NCO of that shop. Now I have all the Marines underneath me, and I don't know my job because it's recruiting. So you kind of got to data dump your actual MOS and learn more just about the Marine Corps and how you can tell, you know, young individuals about the whole entire Marine Corps, not just your MOS. So getting back to it, there's so many things that can change in your MOS over 3 years. You know what I mean? So like, I'm completely lost and I'm praying. I'm like, man, let me get a sergeant or a strong corporal that just knows everything that can kind of teach me. But at the same time, I'm like, I still got to lead them, take care of them, making sure they're doing jobs the right way, even though I don't know how to do the job the right way. So it's a crazy concept, you know, like it's pretty much like a OJT. It's on the job kind of training, learning how to be a better, you know, leader with Marines I've never led in a position that I've never actually done, but doing it effectively. So when I go and deploy, I'm doing the job the right way, and it's successful deployment. So recruiting almost took it out of me, dog. There's a lot of bad leadership. Not you and Lou, not you. That was higher up. Yeah, the recruiting duty could have been better.
This is a great caveat off of that. It is a personal opinion of mine that, like we just said, a lot of times you go out to recruiting duty as a sergeant, you're firm in your MOS, and then you go out there, you learn the duty, and if you like recruiting duty, you're successful at it, you can become an 8412, which is a career recruiter. That means you don't go back to your MOS, you stay on recruiting duty. It's an opinion of mine that many 8412s are the worst leaders. And I say that because they come out never having the experience of being a staff NCO, never really having to mentor young Marines and whatnot, or maybe they just forget how to do it. Next thing you know, they go out there as a young sergeant, they're drinking the Kool-Aid, everything that they're teaching you, whether it's good or bad. Next thing you know, they're a gunny, they're a master sergeant, and they haven't truly led Marines in a fleet sense in 5, 10, 15 years. So it's my opinion that 8412's career recruiters oftentimes make the worst leaders, but they sit there and like they will crap on you if you are not the best recruiter because you're only out there for 3. You don't know what they know when you've only been out there for a year and a half, but they've been doing it for 12 years.
Yep.
Now, for the viewers, I'm saying this, and these are 2 of my very best friends in this world. Lou happened to be an 8412, a career recruiter. What's your response to that, Lou?
Yes and no. I think that there's some 8412s that come to mind right now that I can definitely say they would be an excellent leader in any type of scenario. I think some of them are meant to stay in recruiting duty. They found their calling, and that's where they should be. But I also think there's some pieces of shit out there that shouldn't be in the Marine Corps anymore, and I won't sugarcoat it. So just like any job, I think, you know, we have the ones that shouldn't be in. Some in my MOS would have argued that I should have never been a 12. I wonder that myself sometimes. And I don't say that because I was bad at the job. I say that because of some bad experiences through my leadership that I had. So, I came to the conclusion that I don't care what anybody thinks other than my Marines. My Marines dictate and can tell me whether I was a good leader to them or not. That's the only opinion that matters to me.